Hello and welcome to SudoKanard. We're here to solve this X-average Sudoku by Ukrainian author Serhii Tyshchenko. It was featured in the latest WPF Sudoku Grand Prix, and it was the only unusual variant of Sudoku featured in this round. And I did a training video, a practice puzzle by Richard Stock a few days before the event, and it was very useful to learn the tricks for this variant, and those tricks were actually very useful for me when I did solve the puzzle during the round. I even started the round with this very puzzle, and I'm glad I did because it went very well. I just hope it will go as well during this video. So the special rule is that whenever you have a number outside the grid, this number is the average of the first few digits, and how many digits are to be taken into this sum average is given here. What I mean by that is that if you put a 4 here, then 4 should be the average value. This 7 should be the average value of the first 4 digits, which means that those digits should sum to 28, which would be feasible with 7, 8, 9 here. It could also be a 5 with those 5 digits summing to 5 times 7, which is 35, which can be achieved by 6, 7, 8, 9. And as a matter of fact, a close study of the possibilities shows that only those options can happen with a clue of 7. And in both instances, you can see that those 3 digits must be from 6, 7, 8, and 9. If this is a 4, then we have 7, 8, 9. If this is a 5, then we have 3 of those digits, and the 4th of them must be here. Something else is that these two can only be done in one way. We must have a 3 here, and the sum of those 3 digits must be 6, so that this is a 1-2 pair. But now a 1 here wouldn't work because 5 can't be the average value of this single digit. So we must have a 2 here and a 1 there. So 5 is the average value of those 2 digits, which means that they sum to 10, and this is 8. Now we know that 4 is the average value of those 3 digits, which means that they sum to 12. So that's 3 plus 9. So those must be 4 and 5. And those here are also from 6, 7, and 9. And perhaps I should just use some coloring for those clues which have been fully used. So we want to learn new knowledge from those clues. This 7 also must be a 4 or a 5. And there's something with this 3. 3 I had noted, and I do have my cheat sheet here. So it's written that 3 here can only be the average value of 2 cells or 3 cells. So this is true for this as well. But we see that we have a 3 here, so that is a 2. So 2 is the average value of those, so those sum to 6, and this is a 4. And those 2 sum to 8, so this is a 6. And I can call those out. This is now a 3, which means that the sum of those 3 digits must be 9. So those must sum to 6. They must be 1 and 5 or 2 and 4. So let's just put all pencil marks in here, and here I can see that 1 here will never work. 1 is not the average value, but 6 is not the average value of 1 digit, and this is not 5, and 2 won't work either. Those 2 digits cannot sum to 12. So this is not 2, and this is not 4. And we get a 4-5 pair here, which seems nice, I guess. Now the sum of all of those 3 digits is 3 times 5, which is 15, so we must have a total of 12 here. Without using the 3 nor the 4, there must be 5 and 7. And there is a 7 here, so this is 7, this is 5. So now this is 4, and this is 2. And those here are fulfilled. And now let's get back to this 7, which is now the sum of 5 digits. So those 5 digits are 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and this is 1. So perhaps I should pencil mark all of them. And there is an 8 here. And that's interesting because, as I had said, if this were a 5, then we would have 6, 7, 8, 9 here, and there would be no value for this. So this is actually a 4, and we are here with 6 and 7. No, with 7 and 9, sorry. The 6 is down there. So now this 7 is fulfilled, this 7 is fulfilled. And let's move on to this 6, I think. Those 5 digits sum to 30, plus 6, that's 36. And the sum of all digits on the column is 45, so this has to be a 9. So that now this 6 is fulfilled. Oops, sorry about that. I'm having all of this scroll for no reason. 7 on this row, on this column, sorry, it can't be here, it can't be here, it has to be there. We still need 4, 8, and 6. But 8 here doesn't seem to work. If I try to have an average of 4 here, that means that the sum of all these digits is 32, and this has to be a 13, which is not in the range of the digits in this puzzle. What about 6? What about 4? 4 means that the sum of those 4 digits is 16. At this point, it doesn't seem to be impossible. If I put a 6 here, then it means that the sum of those digits is 24, and the sum of those 3 digits must be 21, which could very possibly be achieved, I think. No, it could not. Actually, this 6 is impossible for another reason. If I assume this to be a 6, then just by the rules of Sudoku, this here has to be from 1, 8, and 9. And as actually, I could take it from the other side. As I mentioned on my cheat sheet, a 6 clue should be with a digit between 3 and 7. And looking at those, only 6 works. But let's just see why 1, 8, and 9 should be excluded. Well, 1 is excluded because the average value of only one digit could only be 1 in this case, so that's not 1. 9 here would mean that we take the average of all 9 values, which is 5, not 6. And 8 here would mean that the sum of all 8 digits here is 48, which is impossible. That's a convoluted way of excluding 6 from those options. So actually, only 4 is a valid choice for this. So the sum of all 3 digits here should be 12, but that doesn't seem to be that constrained. I can remove 7 from the options here. So now, as I was saying, the only value for this is a 6. So the sum of all of these digits is 36. So here we have a sum of 9. So those must be 2 and 3. And that's interesting because the sum of all 4 digits here is 16. Here we have 9. So the fourth digit must be a 7. That's not 7, that's 7. And with that, this 4 clue is fulfilled and this 6 clue is fulfilled. So the only places now are this 6 and this 6, where we can still use the constraint. I'm saying that by Sudoku this is 8. Now 9 goes there and this is 1. Never forget to do Sudoku when you're solving a Sudoku puzzle. 9 doesn't belong here, it can't appear here, so that's the 9, that's the 1. Here 9 can only be here, and those are 5 and 8. Up there we need 1, 7, 8 and 9. So this is from 8 and 9, this is from 7, 8, this is from 1, 8 and 9, this is from 1, 7 and 9. Well, I think we should focus on those digits, definitely. So 6 is the average value of those, which means that the sum is 30. So now the sum here is 15, which means that the sum here is 8. 3 digits summing to 8 without using the 5, there must be 1, 3, and 4. This is not 4, this is not 3, and this is not 1 actually, because 1 is here. That's good, I guess. So this 6 is fulfilled now. Yes, it is. Let's move on to this 6. Here the sum of those 4 digits is 24. Which means that the sum here must be 20 without using the 4. I'm saying that it can't include the 1, so 1 goes here. Those are from 6, 8, and 9. And actually 6 is nowhere here because of this 6 here, which means that this is 6. This can't be 8. So here we have 21, we need 24, so this is 3. 2 on the column can only be here, those must be 1 and 7, so 1, 7 like this. This is 6, this is 7, this is 9, so this is 8, this is 7, this is 1. Here we need 3 and 5, there's a 3 here. Here we need 2 and 4. Here we need 5, 6, and 9, so this is 6, 5 and 9 here. Here we need 4 and 7, so 4 here, 7 there. And I think that this 6 now must be fulfilled. And the rest should be standard Sudoku. We need 2, 8, and 9 on this row. Seeing those digits, this is from 2 and 9, this is from 2 and 8. I need a 5 somewhere on this column. Because of this, the 5 goes there. I need a 1 somewhere in here, it can only be here. 6 is not there, so that's 8, that's 6, that's 8. 8, I say. This is 9, this is 8. This is 2, this is 9, this is 8, this is 9. Oh, and this one here resolves all of that. That's the 2, that's the 4. Here I need 6 and 3, so that's the 6. That's the 3. This 2 here resolves that. This is not 9, there's already 1 in the column. And now 5, 6, and 3. So that's 5, that's 6, that's 3. The column here needs an 8, this column needs a 4, this column needs a 2, and that's it. Really, really great puzzle by Serhii Tyshchenko. There was really no struggle involved, and it may even have been a little generous. I mean, the 67 points are even a little generous, I think, but, well, I may be speaking a bit too fast, but I was really glad to begin with this puzzle while I was doing the contest. There's only one thing that bothers me, is that I don't think there is so much different logic to use in this kind of puzzle. What I mean by that is that if you try to construct, um, I mean, more X-average Sudoku puzzles, I'm afraid you're bound to always end up using the same kind of logic. But just prove me wrong. Yes. So thanks for watching this video. See you soon on SudoKanard.